Hello, everybody. Welcome back to your number one spot for Looney Tunes World of Mayhem information and news. I am Mr. 901 Tommy Jackson, official Maestro of content for Looney Tunes World of Mayhem. And today we've got even more news for you. That's right. We've got an update on the Anubis K-9 PTL and the Crusher event details. So let's check them out. All right, so the first thing we're going to look at, and we had a lot of speculation on this to begin with, was the Anubis K-9 legendary event. So, 2 times now we've had legendary events, and 2 times they've been PTLs. So, I'm thinking if it quacks, waddles, has feathers, and likes to swim, it's probably a PTL from now on whenever we see that legendary event. So let's jump into the blog post that's on the official Looney Tunes World of Mayhem website. Anubis K-9 Path to Legendary. The latest Path to Legendary is simply divine. A bit less if he gets wet. You know, wet dog. Turns out the God of the Dead is the goodest boy who will trade you a good afterlife for a belly rub. Who knew? Anubis K-9 is a legendary member of the Divine Team. With his revive skill, an ally killer for setup, and divine synergy throughout, he's sure to eat the hearts of the enemies like puppy chow. In this blog post, you will find all the information for this featured legendary, as well as its feeder team. Stay tuned as legendary Anubis K-9 event hits this week. Now, like I said, we had a bunch of speculation on this particular event. And here is our confirmation. It is a PTL. And here are the tunes you are going to need at least 4 stars to unlock Anubis K-9 if you don't already have him unlocked. If you're wanting more stars on said puppy dog, you're going to have these tunes, have to have them at the respective star count that you're trying to unlock for him. So, El Relampago, Prize Fighter Daffy, Hibbity Hopper, and the Crusher. Now, this is the very first time we have had a legendary as part of a Path to Legendary. I'm fine with it being Anubis. I almost wish they would have given him a different tag. We had seen this similar thing for Adam Warlock in Marvel Strike Force, where you were required to have a legendary in order to unlock him. And they went a whole different route. That's not even a regular legendary. That's a mythic legendary or something like that. If I got that wrong, you can let me know in the comments down below. Anubis K-9 is that good to where I can see the kangaroo here and not be upset about him being required. Also, it's the oldest legendary in the game. So at this point, with the new boxing team, you can basically see that he's 2 wrestlers and 2 boxers are his PTL. We also have that Hibbity Hopper wheel running until the 12th of November. So, you know, if you don't have him already, you're going to need him for this Anubis PTL. So they're telling you right here that you can find El Relampago in the El Relampago events. I hope you got him already. If not, he will eventually come back around, but you're not going to see him in time for this Path to Legendary. Then, the same time this Path to Legendary is running, we have the Crusher crushing the competition event. Also, he's required for this Anubis, and we're going to actually go over his event details here in just a moment. Prize Fighter Daffy, you can get him in the event daily login calendar, and he is available in the Tower store, so keep that in mind. And of course, Hibbity Hopper, Path to Legendary. So this is all going to start at level 30, and they will rotate out as you've seen in our blog post updates with the upcoming events. We've just put one of those out with new Path to Legendaries that are coming with those dates. So we'll put a little bug up top so that you guys can check that out as well. So because the Crusher is required for this Path to Legendary, let's check out the Crusher's event details. So, crushing the competition. The reigning champ will do anything to keep his title. Anger issues notwithstanding, when the gloves come off, you better hope he's not seeing you as a threat. brutish, violent, and not the slightest bit worried about the rules. Very easy to anger, and clearly proud of his status as champion. So we'll also put a bug at the end of this video for the Crusher sneak peek for you to take a look at. This event is going to last 4 days, unlocks at level 40, features 3 campaigns. The Featured Tunes campaign, that's where you're going to get the tunes required to unlock the Crusher. The main campaign, which is where you're going to unlock him, and then the challenge campaign. So there is going to be a Crusher quest line. Of course, there's going to be a tournament involved. There's going to be 1 wheel, and here are your featured tunes. The Crusher, Hibbity Hopper, Prize Fighter Daffy, Barrel Hawk Henry, Deck Swab Dog, Contender Sylvester, and Countess Penelope. I pointed this out before, but we get more new tune pieces from new events, at least until the regionals end, and maybe we get some rerun events. But right here, we've got Barrel Hawk Henry, Deck Swab Dog, as part of the featured tunes. And there is a featured tune campaign where you can accrue those pieces, and we'll take a look at that right now. But just keep that in mind if you're trying to build those pirates. So the campaigns, this event will feature 3. The featured tune campaign, which is the opening match, you use this campaign to unlock the tunes that you need to unlock the Crusher. So that unlocking team is going to be Prize Fighter Daffy. Remember, he's available in the Tower Store. Barrel Hawk Henry, Deck Swab Dog, and Contender Sylvester. Those 2 in the middle there are probably everybody's roadblock. So I suggest you go through the feature tune campaign, try to get them up. There are going to be exchanges for these as well that we'll go over here in just a moment. Then there is the main campaign, Crushing the Competition. You use the unlock team that we just spoke about and Boxing Robe Energy to unlock the Crusher. Farm for bricks, tune pieces, and other materials to rank up and tune up the Crusher. Bricks can be used towards special event exchanges. So we've got an energy MacGuffin, which this is, keep in mind, this is not like an Alchemist Frankenbeans. This is not like an El Relampago event. There are not daily quests involved. This is, by the looks of it, a regular epic event where you have a certain amount of energy. That energy refreshes. You can have exchanges out of the exchange store. So our first MacGuffin is Boxing Robe Energy. Our second are bricks, and these bricks can be used for those exchanges. And then there's a challenge campaign, Box Your Socks Off. Test your limits in this campaign for those looking for a greater challenge. Now keep in mind, when it says stuff like this, folks, test your limits, greater challenge, if you can't do it, it's not the end of the world. These are for folks that usually go a little harder on those events, i.e. whaling. If that's not what you want to do, then it's not for you. It's not a big deal. No big deal there. And of course, there's going to be award Cosmic Stones, Great Cosmic Stones, Gold, and Bricks in those challenge campaigns. So let's look at the event exchanges real quick. We've got the standard 14 Crusher pieces for 300. All of these that I mentioned will be for 300 bricks or MacGuffins. 154 Prize Fighter Daffy pieces. Very easy to get him up to speed when you need. 47 Barrel Hawk Henry. 42 Deck Swab Dog. 360 Contender Sylvester pieces. You can also trade for that Boxing Robe Energy for 165 bricks 5 times. And the Crusher's available in the Crest of Mayhem and the battle badges at that point. Now, there are quests involved with the event, like all events. You complete those to collect tune pieces, materials, bricks throughout the event. It awards tune pieces, bricks, gold, tickets, and more. And then the Crusher quest line will allow you to power up the Crusher to receive up to a 4 Cosmic Star on him. For the tournament, we're going to skip past all the milestones. We're going to look at this last one. There is a nice amount of gold tickets, if you notice. It was, I believe, a couple of events ago that it was all blank for gold tickets up until like 6 or 7. So you start getting those as early as milestone 2. And then at that last one, we're going to get 100 Crusher pieces, 5 golden tickets, 250 gems. Looks like 1.5 million gold and 1,000 energy from the campaign. So it looks like that that last milestone looks pretty good there in comparison to a few. Now, we did go over the Crusher's stats and his kits and our thoughts yesterday on stream. I think his stats and power are probably pretty in line. His attack's a little higher. Maybe things are like health, attack, and defense are a couple of 100 points higher than what we've been seeing out of attackers. And his, I think this boxing team is meant for exactly what they said they were meant for. That's brawl defense. So as that might not be the most exciting type of team, you're going to need the Crusher for that PTL for Anubis K-9. That in mind, the reason we say that is because if you take a look at his kit on the blog post, while on defense and brawl, this tune has sturdy as long as there's one or more boxer allies on the battlefield. Your team has plus 10% stats. And this tune deals an undodgeable, uncounterable 90% damage to the attacking enemy whenever below the belt is triggered. Below the belt, right down here, whenever an ally is defeated, this tune gains 6 attack up and heals for 30% max health. And you're probably asking yourself, well, Tommy, I don't understand. Well, guess what? I didn't understand either. But it's because I wasn't thinking at it in terms of brawl. All you have to do is have one of your team members survive the onslaught and you keep your crate. So, the Crusher with that boxing team may be very annoying on brawl defense. That's what we've got for you today, folks. All types of information, all flying around off the ropes, if you will. I think it's a good time. I do. I don't know about the regionals. I don't know what's going to happen with those, but I tell you what, it seems like it's a cool time. You know, we've got a lot of classic tunes hitting Looney Tunes World of Mayhem. Let me know what you think about all these upcoming events. Let me know what you think about the Anubis PTL, about the Crusher, down in the comments down below. And if you want to help the channel out, all you have to do is hit that old like button. It helps us out a ton. If you haven't done it already, I suggest subbing to the channel and banging that old bell so that you never miss a live stream or video from the Talkin' Tommy channel. And until next time, guys, girls, anybody out there watching, you know what to do. Rise up, Jack's Army. Stay loony. And we're going to catch you down the PTL road.